Hey guys, it's Jonathan here, and as you can see, today we will be playing the Tomb Kings, and for my lord, I actually got Grand Hierophant Katet on his chariot, actually. So I figure chariots are pretty good against the Dwarves, who are what I'm fighting today. And he has a lot of bound spells, so he's got the Sandstorm, which I really like. We also got the Skull Storm here, so we're going to be throwing down a lot of vortexes on the Dwarves, which I figured would be pretty good here. As for the rest of my army, I've got 2 Tomb Scorpions, just such a good unit. Also 2 Carrion, just to deal with things like gyrocopters and archers. I've also got a front line of fodder here with 4 skeleton warriors as well as 4 Yushati to deal that armor piercing damage. I've also got a Necrotech to do a little bit of healing for all my constructs, and I decided to actually go for the Blessed Legion of Fuckath and 2 skeleton archers. So yeah, pretty. I thought I'd try a little bit something different here. What I should have done is actually brought those units with the abilities to actually debuff dwarven armor. But you'll see, it still works out pretty well here. I think they were worth it in this matchup. So my opponent does have 2 gyrocopters with brimstone guns to deal with some constructs here. He's got a Thane over here with the Tormentor sword, of course. He's got a Runesmith over here with just looks like the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Interesting. He's also got a Rune Lord over here. Looks like he's got a lot of kit there. Of course, front line, he's got some miners. He's got some Longbeards, some miners with blasting charges, which are honestly amazing in this matchup because they can help get through the very lightly armored skeleton warriors very fast. If you can get rid of the fodder when fighting the Tomb Kings, you are in a great position. Anyway, he has looks like 2 Buckman's Rangers and 2 Great Rangers with great weapons over here, as well as 3 Slayers, including the Dragonback Slayers. So, pretty good army here. I like it. No cannons, which is why I actually didn't bring Yushati Great Bows. I decided to go with the Archer Squad instead. So let's go ahead and kick it into full gear here. He's going to start shooting at my Tomb Scorpion. I do have him up too much. He's going to use the Rune of Wrath and Ruin on these guys. It makes him really slow, and he's going to get some good shots on them. As you can see, I'm moving my Carrion to take care of his gyrocopters. Alright, so he's sending the Slayers after my 2 Scorpions, so I'm going to immediately just go after the Miners here. We want to stay away from those guys. And let's get the charge there. So, yeah, 2 Scorpions are very powerful. Have all my Archers just initially going to start shooting at these Miners here, but we're going to switch targets pretty quick here. I'm going to have these Skeleton Warriors go hold up the Slayers, although they'll get matched pretty bad by. I'm going to drop a Skull Storm right here in the center where there's none of my troops. So these guys are going to fall pretty much immediately, and as you can see, I have brought my Tomb Scorpions away from anywhere that I think Slayers are going to be. So drop another Skull Storm right here. Actually, they actually look different. Oh, that's interesting. But, you know, it doesn't seem to do too much damage. But these guys are holding up these Slayers here, 2 unbreakable units, going at it. My Archers are actually shooting at this group of Slayers right here, because Slayers are obviously going to be the most dangerous here. These Yushati are kind of getting isolated in the back line. I am going after these blasting chargers, but man, he's got a lot of armor piercing damage here with the Ulthar's Raiders, as well as the Rangers are doing pretty good damage as well. Just whittling down my Yushati here. And, you know, he's doing pretty good. We're breaking through that front line pretty fast here, but he's got a lot of Slayers. So, seeing that Slayers are my biggest problem, I'm going to start shooting at these Slayers since they're all clumped up, and the Slayers that were in here, I can't even tell where they are right now. There they are. They were all spread out, so I wasn't getting too good of fire on them. And yeah, I gotta say, these Skeleton Warriors were doing much better against those Slayers than I thought. Not that any of the damage really came from the Skeleton Warriors, but they were holding longer than I thought. So seeing that these guys were causing massive damage, his Rangers with great weapons, I'm sending my my 2 Scorpions after him, but he does have his Slayers going after him. But thankfully, we got those evasive animations, and we're not taking too much damage. As you see, Katep's in the back line, just running around, doing as much damage as he can. Seeing that he has Slayers inbound on me, I'm going to go over here and break through this. Have these 2 Scorpions apply their Fear and Terror to the front line, and get through that front line. As you can see, we got 3 Yushati here, including the summoned ones. Yep, we do have the summoned ones. And we're just going to be mashing on these Longbeards. So, man, are they holding. They're fighting so much, they're just holding. As you can see here, this Tomb Scorpion's in great health, and now we're getting great fire on those Slayers. This Tomb Scorpion's in this big blob, and he's going to blast much better over here. I'm going to drop a Vortex over here, and oh man, that looks cool. Oh man, that looks cool. See a little bit of slow-mo action here. And the Tomb Scorpion just in the desert. So we're just going to pull out of there with the Tomb Scorpion here, and get back into this blob over here because I really need the Slayers to be held up on these skeleton warriors who are healing from my Casket of Souls right now. And yeah, the thing about monsters and why they're so powerful in Warhammer 2 is they can just pull through your own lines so easy. And me and Karma both agree that monsters are in kind of a bit too strong place right now, to be quite honest, I feel. So we got some Slayers. No, those Longbeards just never died. Holy cow. We're just going to go ahead and pull through them and get on those archers though. As you can see, he popped a Marked by Ulthar on Grand Hierophant Katet, and he just took a ton of... He was in perfect health. Now he took a ton of damage so fast. Now I'm just going to try to get him out of here. Get him behind into my lines. As you can see, these Slayers are doing great work against these skeletons. But we're going to have all these guys shoot at them soon, I think. Actually, we're going to worry about those Ulthars later, seeing the threat they pose to Grand Hierophant Katet over here. Over here, we got the Tomb Scorpions and the Ushabti going after his Rune Lord here, just trying to take him out. These Tomb Scorpions being held up by these 2 Slayers, which is bad for me. I'm going to go ahead and focus fire on these Gyrocopters and just get them out of here. And he is actually doing a good job at pulling through with his Slayers to get on my Archers, who are doing the most damage to his army right now, along with the Tomb Scorpions over here. So seeing that all these Lords are coming here, I'm going to intercept with these Ushabti here. And have these 2 Tomb Scorpions keep on beating up on this Rune Lord who is just getting absolutely decimated. So I was able to get Grand Hierophant Katet away from all these rangers over here, and I did summon up some Ushabti on these Bugman's Rangers. I guess those Ushabti I said were summoned earlier actually weren't. But yeah, these guys are actually decimating them, but those Ulthar Raiders are decimating these guys. As you see, I'm trying to pull them away now, and I'm going to have one of these guys chase off the Lord here. Seeing how much damage these guys are doing, my Tomb Scorpions are going to go take care of these guys, as well as Grand Hierophant Katet. And the Blessed Legion of Fucketeers just holding up these Dragonback Slayers while the rest of my archers shoot into them. As you can see, now that we're in on melee on these guys, we're doing pretty good. I'm constantly cycle charging. These Longbeards... Oh, the Longbeards finally gone. Too soon they are. Yeah, they are. Man, those guys. Dwarves just don't want to rout. But, you know, that's not a problem for us, being that we're an unbreakable faction. Yes, and honestly, I think being unbreakable is kind of OP. So I'm going to be pulling back these Blessed Legion here, but they are being slow, so there's no way they're going to get away. But I'm just trying to get a better arc of fire onto these Slayers. Not going to be shooting them in the back and not have as much obstruction from my guys. Need to pull these guys back, though. Grand Hierophant Katet got really hurt at that one point, but at this point, the Dwarven army is indeed going to rout here. And, yeah, a good one to my opponent. I really like the mass firing of the skeleton firing squad, which is essentially the same as the goblin firing squad, except more expensive and also therefore better. Now, I wonder how many models these guys have by default. I mean, they lost a lot. Looks like they had 90, probably. No, more than 90, I guess, unless these guys lost any models. Alright, so let's look at that in battle screen then. So the skeletons over here actually getting decent kills, actually, for skeletons. Yeah, look at this. I mean, they were fighting miners, but yeah, this is decent. They were holding up Slayers for a long time. Yeah. Skeleton firing squad also getting some decent kills, as well as Grand Hierophant Katet with those vortexes. I like it. Kind of misused my carrion, definitely. Decent kills on the Ushabti, and of course the Tomb Scorpions are just so good. So good. As for the Dwarven army over here, not too many kills except on the Dragonback Slayers, to be honest. These Slayers did well, these Slayers did okay. But, yeah, most of the kills... Surprised these miners with blasting charges didn't get more kills. They would have expected them to, perform better. They must not have been throwing, though. I gotta say, his little squad back here took some care of some Ushabti greatbows. Sorry, Ushabti. So I really like that. And yeah, I think that was a good one. Let me go show y'all the, go look at the... I know there's a, armor sundering build, so let's see what that is. I haven't actually used it yet. I'll probably use it on a stream or something. So, who has the armor sundering abilities? Is it any of the lords? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's this guy with this amulet of Pasta here. So that's pretty great. I think the Tomb Prince has something, perhaps? Let me see here. Rampage. Oh, yes, he does too. Oh, 44 seconds. That's actually really good. So yeah, this guy, and I thought a caster did as well. Let's go ahead and look at this light caster. Yep, there we go. Right there. He actually has to be hurt though, so this only takes effect if his health is lower than 50%, and it lasts 25 seconds. So that's interesting. And you could, of course, also bring Soul Blight here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try that. Yeah, I like that. Let's see, I can use Soul Blight and the Purple Sun of Zerus here, and fight some Dwarves. That'd be great. Yeah, so this little squad right here, that's a lot of armor sundering. Not to mention with the Blessed Legion, that would make our skeleton warriors perform much better as well. So that's definitely something I'm gonna try. So you'll be on the lookout for that game. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be all for this one. John Don for Total Brohammer, signing out.